Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Makes Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, and we're actually getting two videos today, surprise, surprise. One of them being my original versus remake, which will be coming later tonight, because of the simple fact of I had to get this first video done, which is my review for the newest Nosferatu film. So this is the very first film of 2025 for me. So, well, ish. I saw We Live in Time last year, but I didn't review it. So technically Nosferatu is my second 2025 film, but it's my first review and first film of 2025. As weird as that sounds. But yeah, I got back really late last night from the cinema when I went to see it on New Year's Day. I cannot talk today, I do apologise. And so I figured I'd wait until after I finished work this morning to then do my review for this film. And yeah, so let's stop blabbering and let's get into the review. So this is the first movie of 2025 that has directly come out. This is starring Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu. You got Lily Rose Depp as Ellen. You've also got Nicholas Hoult. You've got Alan Taylor-Johnson. So there's a lot of big names in this film. And of course, if you don't know the story of Nosferatu, it's kind of a story about Dracula, but just told differently. But basically Nosferatu is Count Orlok. And it's just basically about this vampire Dracula knockoff, whatever you want to call him. And basically he's trying to persuade Ellen, played by Lily Rose Depp, to join him. And so we've got all these other characters. We've also got William Dafoe in this one. I can't believe I nearly forgot him. And there's some other actors in this that I don't really remember their names, but these are the ones I remember the most. So I will say that both this one and the original will be first time watches. I've never seen the original. Like I said before in a previous video, it'll be the oldest film I've watched. So for me, I went into it knowing full well that a lot of good reviews come out of it, because it had already come out in America before it came out here. And so I thought I have to give it a go. It's a vampire film. I do like the Dracula story and the whole vampire like having power over women and things like that, and just the mythology of Nosferatu, because what I like about this as well is that it has done things differently to the remake. I won't mention much because I will go into more details when it comes to original versus remake later on tonight. But for what they've done, I think they modernised it in a very good way, especially since the one that is the original is a silent film. So they obviously come up with words and things like that. They had to come up with a script and things. I will be completely honest, I have not seen any of Robert Eggers' films before, so I definitely will be giving them a watch now. Because you know what? I really enjoyed it. It was a great first start to 2025. It was gory, it was creepy, it was just amazingly filmed. The setting, the tone, just literally the costumes, like literally everything. The makeup for Nosferatu, so creepy but so simple, and I love it. I love it when practical effects are such a main priority. I like how they didn't copy the same design as the original one as well. They actually kept the long claws of the hands, but the face and all that was different. But honestly, for a modern retelling of Nosferatu, I think that's really good, because I don't think we've actually had many in the past. I've seen on Letterboxd there's been a couple, but this is sort of like the more modern vampire film. And you know what? They did really well, and even the acting, Bill Skarsgård, I will be completely honest, I agree with everyone else that's reviewed this film so far. You can barely tell that's Bill Skarsgård. I wouldn't have been able to tell. Most of the time when someone's got makeup effects, pretty much 90% of the time you can tell who they are. Not with this one. Bill Skarsgård was so transformed. It was so different. But yeah, there is gore in this film. The makeup effects in this is really good. The costumes as well look amazing. The lighting that they did for this during the cinematography, brilliant. It mixed from black and white, and it's sort of like a little bit of colour, but not massively. So it sort of stuck to the original roots of the black and white film, which was quite nice. But Lily Rose Depp, I'm trying to think if I've seen her in anything else. I might have to look her up on IMDb just to see what other films she's been in. But for a dramatic role, she did amazingly well. She went through so much stuff during this film. Even I couldn't have done that, I don't think. It was just so traumatizing as well. And I will say as well, the first 5 minutes hooks you like that, because you think, what's going on? What's going to happen? And say it just picks up from there. It is 2 hours long, but what I will say is it didn't feel like it dragged. It actually paced itself out really well, especially since the original film, from what I've seen on YouTube, it's an hour and 28 minutes. So it's half an hour longer compared to the original, but I think what they've done with it, it was just amazing. And you know what? I would add it to my collection and I would watch it again. And of course, like I said, I went to go and see it with my sister and her boyfriend, and they really enjoyed it as well. I can hear people in the crowd enjoying it. So if you like vampire films and you want something that feels both old and new, this is one I definitely recommend to say, because there's some really good performances in here, especially if you like people like William Dafoe. I think he had a fun role in this, not gonna lie. But yeah, there were some really creepy moments in this, so I will say there's not too much blood in this, but I will say if you don't like certain blood moments in horror movies, probably not for you. But if you like vampire films, they definitely done an amazing job with this. And so the ending was great as well. So from start to finish, it was really good. My only gripe, I will say, is that some of the side characters weren't all that great. And I think that's why it knocked it down a little bit for me. But aside from that, it was just so intriguing to watch, just to see where the story was going, especially when it got really weird at points. So it's sort of an up and down film in emotions, and it is really good to see. But no, for a first film, especially since I found out recently that January's like the dumping ground for movies, like the ones that they don't think is going to do so well, Nosferatu's done brilliantly. But say, like I said, it did come out in America in December. It's just, obviously it came out in January for us, so maybe it's just a random thing. But no, I really enjoyed this film, and I would highly recommend going to see it on this big screen for the cinematography alone. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this review. My final score for this film is going to be a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Great first movie. And with all the movies that are coming out this month, I reckon this could be my favourite. So we'll see. But I reckon this month, this could be my favourite. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And leave me your comments and thoughts on Nosferatu. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? And then also check out my video later on of my original versus remake. So yeah, I will see you guys next time.